Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to show you how I handle music in Asfalia. And the way we want to see things is in a very dynamic way. As we progress through the stories, as things happen, well, the music can evolve very slightly, and this is what we want to do. So we start here with the scene where Charlie gets back home. And so as soon as Unity wants to start, so there's a little fade in when the scene loads. Charlie gets home. Hey, I'm there. Bye. Bye. Where are you? Well, that's the idea, right? She's a little sad. Baya is not coming, and now she's gonna try and find Baya. But what we are looking at right now is the music, right? So I add a little menu because right now it's not handled by the game yet. When Charlie meets Baya, the music is gonna change slightly. I'm gonna reproduce this by clicking on the button, but it's just an event that is thrown, right? So you can hear it's very subtle. There's just this little marimba, which is like the xylophone you're hearing. That wasn't in the music before. And so we added this to the music. Now as Charlie is going to interact with Baya, and Baya is going to refuse playing with her because that's what the game is about, Charlie's going to become angry, and so we're going to move to an angrier music. Now you have those violins here. Now this is all very subtle, it's very small, because currently she's not that angry, but as the game goes on, we'll build up the music to make it evolve more and more. And of course I can always go back to the default music. And so there we go back to listening to Maya. We can remove Maya and add her in. And it's really seamless. So how do we do this? I want to show you now how I implemented this. And it's actually relatively simple. So I have a game manager here, and the game manager has a music thing. So it's very important that your music is persistent throughout the game when you unload scenes, when you reload scenes. And that's one of the things, is that we want to be able to set that music, but I don't want to load all the audio clips of my entire game in one single scene. I want to dynamically load just the clips I need inside the scenes that do need them. Otherwise, we're going to have problems with how much memory we allocate. So because of that, I need to be able to find a way to set the music via something that I call the audio switcher. So the audio switcher is a little script I made, very simple. It references two audio sources. One which is the active audio source and one which is the standby audio source. And so when I want to mix to a new music, so the way the music layers itself is actually every single music is its own audio clip, but all those musics have exactly the same duration. So that's why we can actually switch from one to the other by just ensuring that they start exactly at the same time. And so I can set a mix time. Right now it's 1 second. And then I have those two audio sources, the active one and the standby one. And so this one is the default active one. They all loop. And let's have a look at the code. It's a very simple code. So all I do is have a mix time, reference the active source and standby source, and then I have a mix method that is public and that can pass any audio clip I want. And I just give it an audio clip, and it's gonna look at the standby source, set the clip of the standby source, then start playing the standby source. And then this is how the synchronization happens. I say standby source.timesamples equals active source.timesamples. So you can either use time or time samples, but Unity's documentation says time samples is more precise. So that's what I go with. And then all I do is a simple coroutine that is going to mix. And so it's going to actually set the active source volumes from 1 to 0 and the standby source from 0 to 1. Very, very simple. And then in the end, when the mix has happened, I just change the active source to be the standby source and the standby source to be the active source. This way, it really works with the same idea as a DJ. What does a DJ do? Well, it has an active record, it has an inactive record, and then it changes the record on the inactive thing. He synchronizes them, and then he fades one in and one out. That's all it does, and that's exactly what I did with this script. Very simple. And how do I call this? Well, just with an event. So my buttons here, this button here has an on-click event that is going to call my audio switcher and tell it to switch to a new audio clip. And I could just put any audio clip I want into this and it's gonna work. Now, all my audio clips are not necessarily gonna be able to blend together very well, but that's gonna be the work of my composer. Hi, Lucas. Hope you like this video, by the way. I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to Lucas, who's my composer. Lucas Peel. Go check him out. He's doing a lot of very nice stuff. So anyways, this was it. Hope you liked it, and see you on another time.